What's up everyone, Soldier First Class here. In today's mission, Square Enix has released even more Final Fantasy VII Remake information. We'll be talking about the Turks, Avalanche, and some of Cloud's new abilities. There's a lot to go over, so stay tuned soldiers, it's time for our next mission. So once again, Square has been busy and has updated not only their website, but also given us more information about some of our favorite side characters. They've also kept me busy, as I feel like I've made a video every day for the last month. It's Thanksgiving night, and I'm making a video. Keep it coming, Square Enix, I can go as long as you can. All jokes aside, I'm absolutely loving this right now and all the information we're getting, so let's dive into it. There's not only Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge information, but also information about Reno and Rude. There's also some minor information about the status of Avalanche, some of which confirms part of my Avalanche theory. We'll also be discussing the names of a few abilities we've seen in most recent screenshots. Let's begin with the information surrounding Avalanche and why it has confirmed my theory about Barret. So a month or so ago, I made a video that was my theory about Barret being kicked out of Avalanche. This isn't the Avalanche we see in the game obviously, but the one we don't see. In Barret's profile it states, the leader of an independent Avalanche cell in Midgar, Barret was disavowed by the Old Guard for his extreme methods that attracted too much attention. I based my entire theory video on this sentence, and Square Enix has just confirmed it for the remake. The information comes from the Square Enix Japanese page, but admittedly I couldn't find it anywhere, so I had to use the Dual Shockers article for the quote. It states, Avalanche, an anti-Shinra group that strives to save the planet. They proclaim Mako energy, which is sucked by the Shinra, is the life of the planet. There are currently multiple factions of Avalanche, and the one in Midgar is made of Barret and his comrades. They're the most active group fighting against Shinra. So straight from Square Enix, we have multiple branches of Avalanche confirmed to exist in the world of Final Fantasy VII Remake. It also confirms that Barret was in fact kicked out of the base Avalanche and had to form his own branch. We also got information on our favorite Avalanche members, Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge. Accompanied with their screenshots, they got some information about what their jobs are in Avalanche and a bit about their individual personalities. We'll start with Biggs. It states, Biggs is calm, cool, and collected even in the most extreme circumstances. He's tidy by nature and loves nothing more than cleaning and taking a shower. So in other words, Biggs is a badass, but also a compulsive cleaner. Jesse's profile was a little longer and went in depth on her job with Avalanche. It states, Jessie is in charge of procurement for Avalanche. She can get her hands on everything from explosives to fake IDs. She's also a skilled engineer and earns money for the group by fixing water filtration units and devices to sell on. She does have a weakness for handsome men though. So here's a couple things I thought about when I read this. We will be doing side quests for Jesse that will help with Avalanche finances. Now this isn't confirmed, but it sounds like something completely possible in the remake. Also, this gives us an insight into her flirtatious nature and why she has such a crush on Cloud. Then we had Wedge, and his profile states, Wedge is an invaluable member of Avalanche who uses his wits and charm to gather information and diffuse tense situations, including those within the team. He also has another very important role, he tastes new menu items in 7th Heaven. Well, someone's gotta do it, right? I love this profile too because it just shows that each member has their own roles and gives them a distinct personality, making them special and lovable. Next we have the Turks, and we got some interesting information on not only the Turks division, but Reno and Rude as well. We'll start with the Turks division information. It states, the Turks are a small elite organization within Shinra. The shadowy group does everything the company needs it to, be it scouting out candidates for soldier, protecting VIPs, or even assassination. These are mostly things we already knew, but I honestly don't remember anything about them scouting soldier recruits. I haven't played the compilation for a long time, so if that's in there, feel free to let me know in the comments section below. It then talks about Reno, and his profile states, Reno has flaming red hair and a cynical, aloof attitude. In battle, his agility, specialized weaponry, and attacks make him a real threat. The trailers did a good job of showing this off as well, and it will be interesting to see how he's fully portrayed throughout the game. Then we have a description of Rude which states, Rude is instantly recognizable thanks to his shaved head, sunglasses, and imposing nature. A man of few words, he relies on martial arts and strength in battle and completes missions as efficiently as possible. Comparisons to Pitbull aside, Rude is a major badass, and it'll be interesting to see if his crush on Tifa will shine through in the remake. In the original, he openly admits this to Reno at Gungaga, and he even has written coding for him in battles with her. So hopefully this will be expanded upon with all the new facial expressions, voice acting, and body language we'll see in the remake. It's also worth noting that the Japanese remake page has Reno and Rude on the characters section, but the English version doesn't yet. So after this, they broke down the materia and some of Cloud's abilities. The only thing I want to say about materia is the assess materia's function. I talked about this in my video about the initial screenshot release, but missed an important detail. Not only will Assess give you the strengths, weaknesses, and battle rewards, but it will also give you a brief description and tell you strategic combat information. In the screenshot, we have the Grass Strike being assessed. The combat info states, ice attacks rapidly fill their stagger gauge. They protect themselves with barrier when low on health or isolated. This is actually really awesome and means that enemies will now be more tactical in their own right. We'll need to learn each enemy's combat behaviors so we can learn to inflict massive damage on them. I'm interested in seeing all the different combat behaviors of our enemies, and Assess will be a materia I think I'll get a lot of use out of. Next we'll talk about Cloud's abilities. In the screenshot here, the description confirmed the name of the Splits Beam sword attack. It's called Blade Burst. It's basically the remake's version of Blade Beam and seems to have gone the way of Braver and become a standard ATB ability. Cross Slash is the only limit break we've seen so far, so Square is keeping the rest of them secret. There's one final thing, and I'm honestly not sure how to take this one. They put it under the side activities and minigames section, which gives me a little bit of a question. So they show the darts minigame again, but then they show a bike chase scene involving Cloud and Avalanche. While this is nothing out of the ordinary, it's a little weird to me that this is under the minigames tab and not part of the combat or story tab. Does this mean that we'll be able to take on different bike chase minigames for different prizes, similar to the G-Bike game? Or is this image from a side quest you can take on? I'm not really sure, but it indicated that you could do these while taking a break from fighting Shinra, so it may just be a minigame. Overall, we got a nice little batch of information and an elaboration on some of the characters we know and love. I can't wait to see the full expansion these characters are going to get and see how their personalities come alive. I'm also excited to test out all of Cloud and the rest of the party's new abilities, and then there's all the side quests and minigames to get lost in when you're not playing the main story. All I know is that March 3rd, 2020 isn't coming fast enough. So what do you think, soldiers? Are you excited to fall in love with Final Fantasy VII's world again? Before I go, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my new patrons Day and Night and Paul Newhouse. Congratulations on your promotion to Soldier First Class. Shout out to Paul, Day and Night, and the rest of the ranks of Soldier. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to Omni-slash that like button. Let me know in the comments section below if you're excited for the world of Final Fantasy VII Remake to come alive. Subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell to join the ranks of Soldier today. And for all the latest Final Fantasy VII Remake news, rumors, and trailers, I'm Soldier First Class, and I'm on to the next mission. Later, guys.